Did you recently show your designs to an engineer and hear this?
Yeah, these are going to be challenging to implement in time for the next release.
Why?
Well, they're pretty complex.
Why are they complex?
Well, this slider alone is new functionality that is going to take at least 2 days worth of time to implement on the front end. Maybe more.
Okay, what else?
Well, to do these visualizations, we're going to need to pull in a lot of data, and that's going to slow down the performance of the app. And some of these new workflows require changes to our current APIs, which have already accrued a significant amount of tech debt.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't seem doable for the upcoming release. I'd recommend changing the designs.
I think we should go talk to Leslie about the importance of paying down product debt in every release. Welcome to Build, brought to you by Pivotal Tracker. I'm your host, Purnima Vijay Shankar, and I've got a new build tip for you. Remember we talked about tech debt with Jay Hum from Pivotal? If you missed that build tip, I've included a link to it below this video. But today we're going to explore product debt. And to help us out, I've invited Leslie Yang, who's a senior product designer at Pivotal Labs. Thanks for joining us, Leslie.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So Leslie, tell me, what's product debt?
Great question. So product debt is the debt that a product incurs when the UX is really starting to change and kind of cease to be as successful and helpful as it used to be.
Okay. Can you give me some examples?
Yeah. So for example, you'll hear someone say, hey, I want to test this new feature. Where should I put it? Let's put it in the tabs. And you're like, should we put it in the tabs? Let's go figure this out.
Yeah. What else?
Let's see. So you can say that our workflow is complicated because our users have gotten so used to it. So we'll just end up annoying them or losing them if we change anything.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah. So another one is we just added a new feature and we want to promote it. So can we just add a button next to everyone's name and just highlight the hell out of it? No.
Okay. So these are all great examples, I think, of product debt that we have experienced both as consumers of a product, but also folks who are designing products.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll have to admit, as an engineer, I have been guilty of ganging up on those designers and responsible for deprioritizing product debt, and know it's not a good practice. So how can we help people in our audience who are designers avoid being ganged up on and making sure that product debt remains a priority?
Absolutely. So as a designer, it's great to be able to focus on the research, to focus on the user experience, but you should also focus on being a really good facilitator. Control the dialogue around feedback.
Okay.
Focus on the product vision and the product strategy and the business strategy, and then connect that design feedback to it.
Okay. So what does that look like in practice, as an example?
Sure. So let's say, for example, a business strategy is to improve the number of active daily users for monetization reasons, right? So you want to make sure that the user experience is focused on building up to that and meeting that metric. And so one more thing, you can totally work with PMs on this as well.
Okay. So as a designer, approach a PM, and how would that help?
So you can work with product on this by pulling the data and looking at it together, and then figuring out where are the areas we want to improve on.
Great. So it actually provides some evidence for why you need to pay down that product debt.
Exactly.
What about engineers? I'm sure they want to contribute and make sure that the conversations are useful.
Absolutely. And I love it when engineers are in those conversations on product with us. What someone like Ronan could do, if he was concerned about data visualization, he could come up to one of us as designers and say, hey, how does this idea of introducing data viz tools really fit into the product vision? What do you think? Just coming from a place of curiosity is really helpful. And then that creates this really positive dialogue.
And he's probably going to learn more and not jump to, oh my gosh, this is going to cause a performance issue and a bottleneck and all this stuff.
Exactly. And I think I love the riffing that happens between designers and developers, because you can come up with some really creative solutions you otherwise would not have come up with separately.
So what can teams do to continue to prioritize and pay down product debt?
Sure. What my belief is that developers should be brought in to work early and often. So they should be in the feature ideation process. I will have devs sketch with us on UIs.
Oh, great. Yeah. And how does that help?
It makes a huge difference because by being involved early and in frequent times, they're able to contribute ideas and also understand and have user empathy. And so the work that we create together is not going to be overly complex. It will be well thought out. And by the time that the work comes to them, it's not a surprise. They know what to expect.
These are fantastic tips, Leslie. Thank you so much for sharing them with us today.
You're so welcome.
Now, Leslie and I want to know, how do you handle product debt at your company? Let us know in the comments below this video. Okay, that's it for today's Build Tip. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to receive more episodes of Build and great Build tips like today's. And special thanks to our sponsor, Pivotal Tracker, for their help in producing this episode. Ciao for now. This episode of Build is brought to you by our sponsor, Pivotal Tracker. So then as a team, how can we continue to make sure we prioritize and pay down tech? Why is tech debt keep going on?
Because it's just the thing that you, right? Tech debt. Product debt.
Product debt.
Yeah. So much product.
Like Pornima, product.
It's all about the product. Pornima is all about the product.
Love it. That's going to make a great blooper, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. So what can we do as a team, both engineers, designers, PMs, to continue to prioritize and pay down that tech debt? Oh my God!
I didn't even catch you when you said that. This will be the last time,
Yes.
I'm sure.
Because practice honorable.
Why don't you write product debt on there and then she won't
Write
forget
it 500 times. Yes.
Okay.